New data on homelessness in Asheville shows shelter populations dropped during the pandemic, but more people ended up on the streets. News 13's Anjali Patel breaks down the numbers for us and how some groups are working towards solutions.
Due to COVID-19, the federal government gave communities the option to skip counting unsheltered people living in parks and on the streets in their annual homeless count. But Asheville city officials say they didn't apply for a waiver because they knew just how much that population had grown during the pandemic. The overall number of people experiencing homelessness in Asheville decreased a little bit in 2021. While that may seem like a good thing, we're far from the end of this crisis.
All we're really doing year over year is treading water, and some years our chin is a little farther above the water line than other years.
Asheville's 2021 point-in-time count is a snapshot of homelessness in our area. This year's data shows a drop in the number of people living in shelters, but that also came with a 78% increase in the number of unsheltered people living on the streets as COVID-19 forced shelters to limit their capacity.
We certainly knew that was happening. We saw it happening quite visibly.
Amy Cantrell with BeLoved Asheville, a local outreach group, has also noticed more people living on the streets for longer. There was a 40% increase in chronic or prolonged and repeated homelessness.
The increase is largely attributable to the fact that some people just age into chronically homeless status because we can't get them housed quickly enough.
Officials say what we really need is permanent and equitable housing solutions, as Black, Indigenous, and people of color make up 30%, a disproportionate amount of the homeless population here. Problems Cantrell hopes to address with the new tiny home village.
So we're going to be building 11 more homes here in 2021. We hope to bring over 40 people in our community home in this village.